Woodworker Anonymous, talking about heating the garage workshop. And this is about heating a garage workshop, not a basement workshop or dedicated indoor workshop. This is for something that has like some outdoor ventilation. It's freezing cold out right now. It's winter time. It's in the Northeast, and polar vortex is kicking everybody's ass. And it's keeping me out of my shop, which is not cool. So what I'm doing is going with this kerosene heater, and the reason is it's a really easy solution. The drawbacks of a kerosene heater would be carbon monoxide, fumes, and the noise is pretty loud too. So actually, those things are going to be okay in this shop. For my dust collection here, I basically use shop vacs attached to tools and a dust deputy, but I don't have one of those like big air filters that hang from the ceiling to clean the air. Instead, I just built like a little panel that I inserted like a commercial kind of floor fan into. Just lift that garage door up, set it on top of that panel, turn that fan on, and that sucks out about 1,700 cubic feet per minute on the low setting. Nice and quiet. This shop is pretty big, and that's one of the reasons electric heat's just not going to cut it out here. It's a 3-car garage, and I still do use it to park cars in. This stuff can be rolled out of the way and over here, and I can get the cars in no problem when there's big snow coming. But 30 by 23 and 10-foot ceilings, and none of this is insulated, and it's cold out here. It might be 15 degrees warmer than outside, but to heat this up, it's pretty imperative that I get it done, and I get it done pretty cheaply. So very comfortable to work. I got a sweatshirt on or a jacket on, you'll be fine. So I just want to show you up here. This is where garage doors open, and up here, fans running down there, exhaust. I can feel breeze coming in here. Nice strong breeze. It's very cold air too. It comes in high up here at the garage. So as you know, the cold air is going to drop, which is good because it's going to help knock down any particulate that's in the air. If you're sawing stuff and you got sawdust airborne, it's going to create mixing because the heat's over there going to want to come this way, and it's going to want to rise. So it's going to be coming over here and up, and this is going to be coming over there and down. And tool stand. And this is the cheapest. It just provides a really good sheet metal thing you've ever seen. But you know what? All the pieces was there. I put it together. Took it out of the box for the first time. It's been sitting in a box here for 12 years, whatever, since he passed. It went together fine. So, all right, this will be a good stand for the heater. And in fact, I decided it'd be a good stand could be any number of tools. Obviously, the heater will not be used all year long, and when it's not being used, I'll store it over here on the shelf, and then I can use this for another, maybe a grinder or a combination grinder, sander, who knows. So I just put the stand together, had some old wood laying around from an old barn, so this stuff kind of gives it that old rustic feel. Just some old melamine and a 3/4 inch piece of plywood, so this is nice and sturdy base. And I just created a little holding down jig on this. These heaters have like a flange, this little 3/4 inch flange here, where I guess the top half and the bottom half are welded together or whatever. So I just created a little shop jig here. A couple knobs. Just loosen these knobs on the bottom, and this thing pops right off. So it's got a notch on both sides, so they just slide right into or right over top of that flange, and you can just put that in like this. Really easy, see? And this is so easy to do. I can do it one-handed, and then just snug these up. And you don't have to go crazy with this. Couple turns, and it really provides the hold down power you need. So this keeps it off the floor, keeps it away from the pet, keeps it secure. I'm planning on using this over on this side of the garage. And we have a pull down power cord right there. So there won't be any power cords to trip over. You do need a power cord to run this thing. Just a little up close look at how this thing works. Basically, it's kind of idiot proof. Put the kerosene in there, or whatever fuel you're running. Could be diesel or JPA or whatever, even fuel oil. You can just like set your thermostat knob right here to any temperature you want the heater to shut off at. I keep it as low as possible down here, which is the lowest setting is like 63 degrees. That's more than warm enough in my shop. So put that on low. Put your gas in there. You plug power into the cord and turn it on. That's all you got to do. This thing fires up, and basically it runs at one speed only. There's no high setting, no low setting. It'll run at that speed, and when the temperature, senses the temperature reaches whatever your preset temperature is, it'll shut itself off. And I guess once the shop gets cold enough again, it'll turn itself back on, as long as it's still hooked up to power and the power button is switched to the on position. So it's pretty simple. It's in position here. I'm going to show you how easy it is to get this thing going. I put some kerosene in it yesterday. So basically, you can see I pulled the power cable down, just plugged it into the little cord coming out here. Well, I guess nervously close to actually the fuel tank, but I don't really expect any problem there. So like I said, I have this thing set to the lowest setting. All I got to do is push this button to on. This thing should fire right up. Let's see if it makes a liar out of me. So here we go. Ready? Well, so far it looks good. Let's walk around the front side of this thing. Okay, yeah, it's fired up. The nose of that thing should get red hot. And all right. Well, it's been a half an hour since I turned that thing on over there, and just to give you an idea what this thing looks like from the front. The nose cone, this thing is hot. There was a lot of heat. That is red hot, and it's warm over here. Okay, so you saw a half hour ago we were like mid-30s. Now we're over 50. By the time this gets to 55, 56, that thing's probably going to shut off because I have it set so low. But it is night. It's balmy in here. Not a problem. It's a little bit of a kerosene smell. I'm not going to lie about that, but the fan's going over here. It's bringing in the cool air. It's a bit of a fight here between the heater here and recirculating the cold air coming right in. But it's not. It's still heating faster than it's cooling. And of course, the carbon monoxide detector did not go off. It's perfectly fine in here to work. And once this thing shuts off, it'll be off for about half an hour, and it'll kick back on once it gets cold again. So this is workable. I can work out here in the winter now, and it's a good solution for me. Definitely has to be the right situation. If you got a garage workshop, you might be able to make something like this work pretty easily. It's an easy, quick solution, and it's definitely doable and safe. So something to think about, guys.